Welcome in to this Tuesday edition of Blue Sky Live. Here with you today, Chase Parham, Neal, McCready, Clark Ford Studio. Lane Kiffin spoke to the media yesterday. We will discuss that, as it was a more talkative Lane Kiffin yesterday. He was maybe even honest about injuries. I don't know. We'll find out in a few days. But a bit of a different verbiage yesterday coming from the Ole Miss head coach. So
There's a couple of times I wanted to raise my hand and say, "Who are you?
You okay? You okay, bud? You good?
Are you sure you're real? You're the real Lane Kiffin?"
He did. He came in a good mood yesterday. So we'll discuss that.
Had some interesting things to say. That it's wild that some of the stuff that he said, fans just don't like it. They love him,
yeah,
but they don't like that, and so it creates a divergence of emotion. I think
that's fair. Ole Miss is going to play Pitt to start the 2026 season. That does not come to a surprise to many of you at Rebels 24/7. However,
actually,
in writing yesterday,
if you were subscribed to Rebels 24/7 since August the 27th, you have known that the Pitt game was almost certainly on the schedule. And I think if you just stayed on the message board, been part of the community, you would have known there was a real chance it was the season opener. And then yesterday, Mr. Parham here breaks the news officially. I was very pleased with Lane Kiffin because he was given an opportunity to sort of throw us under the
I'll be
bus.
honest. I had a couple seconds where I went, "Oh God, don't do this, please!" And it was fine. It was well done.
He handled it.
It was good. It was very good.
He handled it extremely well.
Yeah.
In terms of his media skill, he's really grown. Like, he's
in a couple different ways. Well, I thought yesterday was a really good microcosm of that, with multiple questions as the day moved on. So yes, Ole Miss will open 2026 with Pitt. They will, assuming that all contracts stay in place, they will head to Pittsburgh and sometime in 2030. That is the holdup on the contract being signed, is that I do not think a date is determined for 2030, but the two teams are playing in 2030. It's 5 years away. I mean, at some point, just pick a date and who gives a crap? We'll figure it out later. Right now.
I have a hard time figuring out what I'm doing on Friday, much less in 4 years.
So in 2030, we're better off on September the 8th or September the 15th. It's like, who
because today's the
it is. It's the sports equivalent of when you go for your physical and they need you for the year later, and you walk up to the counter and they go, "Okay, so next October 16th, afternoon or morning?"
Yes,
and went,
I don't know.
"Okay, really?
Sure."
Yeah, she goes, "Is 10:30 or 12:45 better next October?" Sure.
Yeah.
Just pick one. We'll go with it. Although the problem now is you reschedule one of those things in Oxford and you're like another 6 months. Like, it's hard to get anywhere right now.
I know.
It's medical care is hard to come by. So,
you don't want to go down that road.
Change the Tuesday fast.
I got thoughts. There's a solution.
Oh, God. Oh, that's funny. Tupelo says, "My cousin texted me and said, 'Hey, Lane's talking about the 2030 schedule.' That's a good sign." Okay. Calm down.
Lane was talking about the 2026 schedule.
He was. Yes. Lane has put no thought into the 2030 schedule, I promise. So, all right. Before we get too far
I don't
down
know how
the road,
anybody could.
No, there's no doubt about that. So we'll start with that. We'll break down kind of what it means and more coming up. A lot of stuff today. On a show brought to you every day by Blue Sky locations throughout the state of Mississippi, up and down I-55, throughout North Mississippi as well. Noah's had a hell of a career, by the way. Down to the epicenter in Macomb, everywhere that there is a Blue Sky. Not everywhere, but a lot of places Blue Sky. You get a Sweet Daddy's location. Lunch specials $5.69, 2 sides bread, any size fountain drink. Also get catering options, everything from just feeding your family on these busy nights to extended family to maybe something corporate related. They can hook you up and help you out. So call ahead. They'll have it wrapped up, ready to go with Sweet Daddies and Blue Sky. And again, coming to you from the Clark Ford Studio.
We are Clark Ford's in Amory, Mississippi, 662-257-1900. Call that number. Ask for Corey Clark. Tell Corey what Ford product you are looking for. He will send you a quote within 15 minutes in business hours, right to the bottom line. No hassle, no haggle. You get your quote, and the rest is completely up to you. You can shop that quote around. You can do what I have done, what I recommend that you do. And that is hop into a Clark Ford today. 662-257-1900. Guest joined this week on the Campbell Clinic hotline From fractures and sports injuries to complex spine and limb conditions, the pediatric orthopedic physicians at Campbell Clinic in Oxford are the only specialized pediatric orthopedic team in North Mississippi providing expert care for growing bodies. Visit Campbell Clinic Oxford to schedule an appointment or call 901-759-3111.
Okay, so it's kind of the certains here. Let's see. Hayden says tough season for Nola. Now the Phillies have lost Wheeler, Turner, and Bohm. Yeah, bit of a hit there. Is it going to be
Trey Turner out?
Is it going to be hot on Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the 90s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw we're getting close to, on average, the last 90-degree day of the year. I saw some graph yesterday where September the 22nd, on average, is the final 90-plus.
That makes sense.
So just
September the 22nd is technically the first full day of fall.
There you go. And 90 degrees disappears from that point. The earliest some years has been sometime late August. That's been a minute.
Oh.
And the latest has been October the 26th, I believe I saw.
Last year was hot.
Yeah.
I mean, you know my theory.
Yeah, we're moved a month.
Everything's back a full month from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
What used to be September is now October. October is November. And it means March is colder than it used to be. Like, think about how cold the baseball season is for the first 5-6 weeks of the season.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's usually good the first week, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is pleasant." It's like, no, it's going to be cold as hell for now the following month.
But I mean, I look back on it and I think about the middle of February when I was a kid. It made sense to start baseball season. Now it really, I mean, I'm not saying they shouldn't play it. It is what it is. But it really doesn't make a lot of sense to start the baseball season around Valentine's Day. It's typically very cold.
Leif says emptying our house today after selling it, an eerie and sad sight. Yeah, it's a strange thing when you have moved out or are moving out and all your stuff's gone and the change. I mean, that's a more emotional thing than you realize it is till you get in it. Mm-hmm. And then you spend a day or two going, yeah.
And then you realize it's just a house.
They build them everywhere, as Neal has said for multiple decades about coaches and houses. Because that has been a message board refrain forever was he just built a house or bought a house.
So?
He will sell said house.
He makes millions. He will sell said house and buy a new house. Mark, am I concerned that the Cubs are maybe the worst way above 500 team the MLB has ever seen? I'm not concerned that they are. They are not good. I have watched the team a decent amount this year. They're just not a good baseball team. They're fine. They had a couple of hot months. People have really cooled off. They don't have enough pitching depth. Their lineup is stagnant. Their bullpen is shaky. There's no world where they beat the Phillies or the Dodgers or the Padres or the Brewers or the Mets in a playoff series. No chance. They're not as good as those teams. It doesn't even – it's why all the angst from some of the like people that are on that beat, the blog type people who do sort of what we do. How do I say this?
Are you doing the reverse psychology thing right now?
No. No, I'm being serious. Like, I didn't do this with the Thunder.
No, you didn't.
I mean, I watched the Thunder, and there were times I was like, dude, like I remember specifically I was in Nashville covering the SEC tournament. I think it was the night. It was the day that Ole Miss beat Arkansas in that really good Thursday game. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I might have my days off a little. It might have been the night before that. I don't remember.
I know what you mean.
But it was in that swing of days. And I went out. I actually met 24/7 people. Mm-hmm. But before that, I sat at a bar and watched Celtics Thunder in Boston. And the Thunder were playing without Chet. And they were missing somebody else too. And they beat Boston at full strength. And I went, this team could win the title. I remember texting Carson and going, I think we're a title contender. And he texted back. I remember it. He was like, we are. And I was like, from that point forward, I was like, let's win the championship. Yeah. The Cubs are not that team.
But they should be fun for everybody. You're ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
You had a hell of a year where you've really been able to enjoy the regular season.
Yeah. But there's this.
The fretting should not be about can you win the title for them right now.
Yes,
that is the wrong mindset for that team.
It's my frustration with a lot of what we do, localized media, is everything is so emotional. It's like, can't you look at a team and go, this isn't a championship team?
This should be an exciting situation.
Yeah, it's just not a title team. It's okay. Like that. Like it's like when we talk about Ole Miss. You have to be. You and I are really nuanced about it, and frankly, some of the people that are in our sphere almost get angry if everyone doesn't go, yes, Ole Miss is freaking awesome, and there's no doubt they're going to the playoffs. Meanwhile, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I think there's a world where this team goes to the playoffs. I think there's a world where this team loses 5 games. Oh, we can't do that. Why? I mean, it's pretty obvious there's some stuff.
I got distracted. I had a dryer sheet in my sleeve.
Oh, wow.
Just pulled it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
No wonder your sweatshirt is all fresh and smells.
I felt something and kind of reached in. It was a dryer sheet.
Smells like a spring blossom.
Well, no, I mean, this morning I was listening. I was turning on Richard's morning show while I was getting some other work done. That's what I do most mornings. And they were playing Super Sports Talk from yesterday with him and Borky and hey, Dad wasn't there yesterday, but he and Borky and no, I mean, it's kind of made me thought it was like, this is the other person that is kind of saying this out loud, which is that there aren't many gimmies. It's not that you won't win them, but there aren't many gimmies.
Yeah.
Because they had a whole session at the end of the show about, hey, 8-4, if you're looking at it with appropriate lack of emotion, is not the worst season in the world with a first-year quarterback and what's supposed to be a transition year.
No.
And yet that
after you lost so much from the year before.
And yet, because of everything and the money spent and the whole deal and the expectations, it gets thrust into a different situation. And it doesn't mean they're going 8-4. It says it's on the table.
Of course, it's very much on the table.
Yeah.
It might be the main course that's being offered. It might be the special of the day.
We know. I mean, Vegas said 8.5.
I mean, 8 and 9 wins are the 2 recommended courses on the menu, if you will.
Because even that ESPN FPI thing, everybody misinterpreted the hell out of that. It did not say Ole Miss was going 11-1. It said they were favored in 11 games.
Well,
that's not the same thing.
But this
math is math.
But this is where some of the people in the media sphere are irresponsible. And they're fans. They're hardcore fans. Hardcore fans. And they're just, oh my God, look. It's like, okay, yeah, but if you have a 52% chance at 5 different things, the odds of you getting all 5 of those things are not 52%. Now, don't ask me the number. I don't know. But it's less than 52.
I want to say that thing had them at like 8 point something. I forget what.
It essentially had them right at 8.5.
It was like 8.7 or something like that.
I think that's right. So, 8.72 or something.
Yeah. So,
and you won't win 8.72 games. That's not possible.
You will win 8 or 9.
So, but look, beat Arkansas, beat Tulane. Who knows what LSU is? LSU's got a bunch of injuries. Maybe you beat LSU, you get an open date, you beat Washington State.
And suddenly you're cooking.
10-2 is very much on the table.
Yeah.
Now we can do the opposite. You lose one of these next 2 games. I don't think they're going to, but let's say you did. You lose to LSU. You go lose to Oklahoma or Georgia. The season's basically over from a playoff standpoint. You haven't even turned the calendar to November. A team lets off a little bit. You lose.
And you get popped one more time.
You get beat at Oklahoma. You lose one of the home games to Florida or South Carolina, and boom, you're a 5-loss team. I mean, that's not unrealistic. I think the truth is probably in the middle somewhere, which is what Vegas predicted.
Yeah.
But and we're in the middle of it. We're in the midst of like the emotional. I thought what Lane said yesterday about parity, because I asked him a question. I was going to ask about Taylor Green. The question got asked right before mine, so I pivoted and I asked about their defense. And he kind of got around to it at the end and answered it, but what he got into was parity. He's like, a year ago, teams might have been missing might have been weak in a position room or in an entire.
Do you mean to read the quote?
Yeah.
I haven't. He says there are a lot of new players. So Neal's question was on Arkansas's defense. How is it different? Same last season, whatever. Lane said there are a lot of new players, which it seems like everybody around the country has. On a different topic on that, it's like teams are able to really change from year to year. So the year before doesn't mean very much. We used to have some teams where maybe they were down in a position area or a whole offense or defense, and you were like, well, you can play them again next year, and they're down again. Everyone has the ability now with the portal and money to fix their problems. I think you're seeing that in the conference. It's why our bottom of the conference is different than everybody else, because they fix their problems. We've talked about that a lot.
Yep.
Back to the quote. These guys have a lot of new players that they've plugged into places where I think probably wanted to get better, and they look like it. That was Lincoln.
Yeah, it was the whole – you couldn't take a whole lot from last year's Kentucky game and extrapolate it into this year's Kentucky game. And I think that played out. And I don't know that you can take a whole lot from last year's Arkansas game and extrapolate it into Saturday's game. I mean, the personnel's completely different. The venue's different. The time of year is different. It's just different. Doesn't mean that the results might end up being exactly the same, but it's a completely different matchup. That was his point, which was, yeah, in the past, I think you could do a lot of the year-to-year stuff because I just don't think you can do it anymore. And he was in a really, I thought he was in a pretty good mood.
Yeah, I thought he was in a really good mood.
He got into the transfer portal stuff. He was asked about the transfer portal window going from 2 windows to 1.
Give a long answer about what's best for everybody is not.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to give you the answer about what's best for college football, maybe not necessarily what's best for Ole Miss. And then he got irritated. This was the part. You could tell he thought this was stupid last week. You're playing a 7th-year player at his 4th or 5th school. He's like, in what world is that good for college football? And he's not wrong. People don't like it, but he's not wrong. And then he talked about the academics. I thought this was a fascinating quote. He said parents used to always say, hey, tell me about the academics. What are you going to do for my son? What's it going to do for my son? He says it never comes up now. It's just about money. He goes, in what world is that good for college football? And he's not wrong. And then people hear that and they go, oh, you don't want the players to get paid. And he's like, that's not what I said.
No, he said I'm all for at all points you taking a job, a different job for more money. That's life.
Yes.
He said, but that doesn't fix all the other stuff that goes along with it.
But when you see people that are playing at their 4th school, their 5th school, I don't know how you can't look at that and go, this is flawed. I don't know how you can't see that. And he said he's for contracts. Now, I don't know how you get to that. So life we could do. I really don't want to do that on this Tuesday, but he's not wrong. I mean, the fix in this, and Siski has said this on McCready and Siski from day one. The fix in this is that you get 1 transfer free.
Yes.
And after that, there has to be a penalty attached to it. Now, that toothpaste is so far out of the tube.
You sit or you do whatever. I don't know.
I don't know how you put that back in. I don't know whether you work that into contracts. It is a good thing, I think. And he thinks, and I don't know anybody in college football who doesn't think this. The spring transfer window is destructive.
Oh, it sucks.
I mean,
it sucks.
We all make jokes about it and stuff, but like what happened to Tennessee, if you can't feel, better yet, Tennessee has the resources to sort of fix it. If you don't have any sympathy for South Alabama losing their quarterback in March, then I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you're just too emotional for me to have a conversation with. That's not healthy. That you have to go, okay, well, we get through the recruiting period. We get through the transfer period. Now we even get through spring football, and now I can still lose my quarterback? Come on. In what world is that a positive thing? That's what he said. I mean, he's just like, and Ole Miss is one of the programs because they've mastered the portal to the point that Lane and them have that, frankly, the spring portals probably benefits them. But I give him a lot of credit. I think it takes a level of intellectual maturity to say what he said yesterday, which is, but it's not good for college football. And at the end of the day, if you're one of the people who has made a living like he has off college football, I think you do have sort of an obligation as one of the more not vocal, but one of the more quoted people. People like to quote Lane. He gets great click numbers. I think there is a certain responsibility to steward the sport, and I actually think he takes that fairly seriously.
I mean, We're in a vacuum with him. He's definitely one of the top 3-5 college football coaches speaking on big picture. Who's even with him?
Kirby. To some degree, Steve Sarkeesian.
Yeah.
To some degree,
Ryan Day.
Dan Lanning, Ryan Day.
That's about it.
It's about it. James Franklin doesn't really do a lot of it. He does some of it here and there. It's about 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when you're one of those 5 to 6 people, you do have a responsibility. And I'll be honest, when Lane first started doing some of this, I thought it was kind of an act, and I don't think I apologize. I was wrong. I think he's sincere.
Yeah,
I thought the quote yesterday was really interesting. And I guess if I did my job properly, I would have pulled it out and made some big thing about it and tried to get a bunch of national clicks out of it or whatever. But I didn't. I instead did it the way I always do it on the Monday content item. But I did think it was really interesting.
I have just quick aside here. I have J.J. McCarthy written down. We might get to it today. We might get to it tomorrow. But no doubt impressive by him as we go. So all right, we got plenty more Lane. We got
watching the highlights of it now. I mean, as we go to the break, I mean, I'll say what I said earlier, which is just I didn't see the fourth quarter. I went to bed. But
maybe he's just a winner.
Some people have it.
Yeah.
And it is a really hard thing to define.
But it's real.
And I think he has it. And on the other side, you've got Caleb Williams, who is immensely talented. So it's why when people do the Bears were stupid, they
gifted
drafted
as
him.
hell.
No, they're not stupid. It takes more nuance than that. You can see how if you are an NFL franchise and you're watching these workouts and you're studying this guy's film, you look at it and go, wow.
Mm-hmm.
He can
combine beast in every way.
He can be literally anything. He's got all the skills in the world to be a superstar.
But then he loses. So
yeah.
Whew. All right. This show is brought to you by BetterHelp. We turn to some funny places for support, but not everyone is a therapist. Not everyone is the one. Find your right match with BetterHelp. We've done it before. Turn to your barista, hairdresser, random stranger in the bathroom for life advice. As fun as they are to talk with about everyday topics, when you're looking for help about relationships, anxiety, depression, or other clinical issues, they might not have all the right answers. Instead, get guidance from a credentialed therapist online with BetterHelp. They work with therapists according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the U.S. They're completely online, and you can pause your subscription whenever you need to. Switch therapists anytime with no extra cost. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform. Having served over 5 million people globally, you can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life, plus switch therapists at any time. So is the largest online therapy provider in the world. They can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/MPW. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/MPW.
Brought to you by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating. Different names, same great products, people and services. If you live in Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo, that area, call Comer 662-801-1777. If you live in Hernando, South Haven, Memphis, those areas, call Southern 662-429-4429. Oxford locals, Ole Miss families, if you need dry cleaning or laundry done right, Lapel's Dry Cleaning has you covered. Proudly serving the Oxford community since 2016. Lapel's takes care of everything from suits and formal dresses to comforters and everyday laundry. Even better, they offer free pickup and delivery to make life easier. Just call 662-638-3149 to be added to their pickup and delivery route, or visit them at 3010 Old Taylor Road. I guess I don't have one of the cameras on, or it went out. It might have gone out. I don't know. Doesn't matter. If it went out, I guess that's a problem, but no, it was off. It happens. We had a lot going on this morning.
It's fine.
You and I were having a conversation. Right across from the Mark Condominiums, mention Rebels 24/7, MPW Digital. Get 50% off your first order. Trust Lapels to keep you looking your best. We're presented by ENT Physicians of North Mississippi as the largest private ENT practice in the state. Their goal is simple: delivering fast expert and comprehensive care for patients of all ages with ENT, allergy, sinus, dizziness, balance, and voice-related needs with same-day or next-day appointments, with ENT urgent care for that annoying cough or sore throat, in-office CT scans, and same-day allergy testing, and access to their comprehensive audiology team, offering a full range of services from hearing aids and custom hearing protection to potential surgical options. ENT physicians of North Mississippi are committed to removing barriers to care. They now have new locations in New Albany and Starkville, in addition to Tupelo, Corinth, and more. Get more details at entnorthmississippi.com or call 662-844-6513.
Podcast is brought to you by NE Spark, the fastest, most reliable fiber internet option available, where you're streaming the Rebels or connecting with family and friends. They offer both residential and business packages with speeds up to 2 gigabits. That's up from 1 gigabit previously. To learn more, register for service, nespark.com. NeSpark, get connected, stay local. Podcast also brought to you by G&M Pharmacy, 662-236-2222. They deliver locally in the Oxford area and offer medicine. Free prescriptions the same day each month and take care of you. One trip to the pharmacy, one delivery. You have everything you need when you need it with G&M. So again, that's 662-236-2222. All right, back into it. Yes, camera's fixed. We're all good. It was just turned off, so no big deal. Got a little late start with the setup this morning. Let's do this real quick. I forgot to mention some of the Pitt stuff in particular. So back to that real quick, and then we'll get back into Lane because there's a lot of stuff from Lane today. So I want to kind of get everything else out of the way first. Ole Miss will open 2026 September 5th against Pitt in Oxford. Then that return trip again sometime in 2030. The Charlotte trip is staying. So Ole Miss is completely done with its non-conference schedule for next season. They will play Pitt on September 5th. A week later, they will go to Charlotte. Remember, as I pointed out yesterday, our message board was very frustrated by this, but there's a method to the madness a little bit. That Charlotte game is on campus at the University of Charlotte. It is not at, what is it, Bank of America in
Bank
Charlotte?
of America Stadium in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, it is not there.
Home of the Panthers.
It is. This is the home of the 49ers. This is Jerry Richardson Stadium. They're on the Charlotte campus, and then Ole Miss will play Wofford in its final non-conference game. The Terriers, who used to run the option and really get games over in about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I don't know if they still do that or not. Neal hopes they still run the triple option.
Oh, so much.
He was rooting for them a few years ago when they were in Oxford, and they were just running that thing and running that thing and running that thing.
I turned around and looked at their media relations guys, and I was like, I love you.
They don't
And they
throw.
were so baffled. I'm like, you have the greatest football team I've ever seen.
You don't throw it, ever.
God, we had like a 7-minute drive.
You'd like to cover Army in a future life, wouldn't you?
Yeah. If you told me, hey, you have to be a sports writer in a future life.
I'll cover Army.
You have to cover college football. I'll take Army.
I'll take Army. They run the football.
Every game's 2 hours and 6 minutes. In.
Oh, so Wofford on November the 21st. Okay, so done. That's their Power 5. People are asking about this Oregon State thing because Ole Miss currently has Oregon State in 2030. I don't know. We don't know when Pitt is going to be scheduled for 2030, so I don't know the answer to this. It is my let me say it again. This is my speculation. I do not know that. This is not even educated. Just strictly my opinion. My opinion is that the Oregon State series does not happen. And I say that simply because they do not currently qualify as a Power 4 opponent. So you would be playing them in addition to your Power 4 opponent. Maybe they decide they just want to play the Beavers and do the home and home and whatnot because they've got them on the schedule at home in 2027.
Yeah.
For a home and home. It's 2027 Oxford, 2030 in Corvallis. I'll check on it. That was not on top of my priority yesterday.
I'd be stunned if in 2030 Ole Miss went to both Pittsburgh and Corvallis.
Yeah, there's no way. That is not because one thing that got glossed over yesterday, also in the story, was that Ole Miss is going to have 5 SEC home games next year. Nobody really even focused on that at all.
Which means they'll have 4 in 27,
yes,
5 in 28, 4 in 29, and 5 in 30. So I guess you could technically go on the road twice like that.
But you don't have 6 home games because we don't have 3 non-con now.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
See, that was why I was sourced on it.
ULM math, man.
I was sourced on it, but that was why it was kind of a duh anyway, was that they can go on the road next year because they have 5 SEC home games. Because in a perfect world, every school wants 7 home games.
Right.
However, that's figured out. You want 7.
Not 8.
Ole Miss has 8 currently.
Right.
Now, they would have had 8 with Wake, too.
They would have, but I don't think it was
It wasn't perfect
design.
No. I mean, SC was on the schedule at one point for whatever. It's just been a big mess. So, anyway. All right. So, it was a no-brainer because on the year where they have 5, they want to do a non-conference road game. On years where they do 4, they'll want all home games. That's in a perfect world. That's what they will want to do. So that is set up for Ole Miss for next season. I do not believe, my opinion, that the South Alabama trip happens in 2029 to Mobile. I am a little sourced on that. I do not think that happens.
I had a whole weekend planned at the Battle House Hotel. I mean, what are we?
Now, if that's true, I guess South Al also could not play the 2028 game, so maybe they're looking for an extra game in 28. But here's why teams are doing this. So I posted about Charlotte yesterday on the message board. I saw something from one of the newsletters I read in the morning saying that
hold on a second. So you had all these conversations with people yesterday, and at no point did anybody say, hey, listen, we're getting this baseball announcing thing done.
I have not had, from an official capacity, I have not had one person mention said thing to me. Not one.
It's distressing.
Yes, Oregon State is technically a member of the Pac-2, so they do not count as a Power 4 opponent right now.
Right.
They're independent in baseball.
Yes.
Did a hell of a job last year.
Did well.
Yeah, I was. That was because I'm an idiot with college baseball. I found them really compelling last year.
All right, I interrupted you.
You're fine.
Alabama. I apologize.
I mean, I can even wear the Script M hat that I have on while I do the thing.
I know. Well, you're just trolling them now.
I kind of was. It was in my car this morning.
I mean, So I don't know who to blame for this not happening so far. Whether this is just me and this is them saying no, we're not. No, he's him, or if this is you and the damn Script M.
Yeah. So Charlotte their AD was telling people they've had record attendance, record revenues that run through their athletics department and their football program the last few years, including this year and for sure next year. Again, I think their stadium seats 15,000, 16,000, something like that.
I just don't know, in fairness. Look, I know why Ole Miss did the deal. It was back in the COVID stuff. It made sense then.
They did it because they won't have to pay Charlotte on the home and home. And that's where I was going, was that Georgia is playing Charlotte, I don't know, this year, next year, hell, I don't know, whenever. And they're paying them $2 million.
Right.
And those group of 5 teams, the price of poker is going up so much that teams, especially during the COVID situation, were looking for ways to mitigate those costs. And one way to do that was to go to a place, play the road game. Maybe you get into an area of the country you don't typically get into, and okay, that's why you do it, and you save some cash along the way. That's the deal. You can like it, disagree with it, do whatever you want. 15,314 is the capacity. So they are barely large enough to even be classified as a Division I, an FBS stadium, because there's a rule about that.
So here's the part that's not even being fandom. So Charlotte has their fan base. They, as they should, will have priority to those tickets. I mean, Ole Miss will get, 2,000 tickets?
A guy on our message board yesterday who lives in North Carolina said that North Carolina, and now this is a different thing because it's an in-state deal, so it's way different, but said that some of the reason why Charlotte was having record stuff the last few years is that North Carolina, when they played there, simply bought season tickets because they were so cheap. They bought Charlotte season tickets to get that one game.
Okay.
And then just sold everything else.
So I'm asking this. I know Charlotte would want to play the game on the campus. Wouldn't financially, from a fiduciary standpoint, wouldn't it make more sense if the Panthers...
I don't know what Bank of America's policies are on that. But in theory, yes. But, I mean, that's happening everywhere. I mean, it's one reason why. And, look, I mean, everybody's aware of my affinity for New Orleans. I don't believe that I will see another Ole Miss game at Tulane in a long time, because Tulane has said they are not playing Ole Miss in the Dome anymore. They won't do it. And Ole Miss is saying they will not play at Yeoman Stadium anymore.
Yeah.
They won't do it, and I don't blame them.
No.
So they are in an impasse. If you're waiting on another Ole Miss-Tulane game in the Big Easy, you're going to be waiting a while.
And I guess my point is I think that's stubborn on their part because, for example, I think they could get
Aren't
games.
they playing LSU there at the Dome? Or they at least offered to them
they
they
offered
would?
it.
Okay.
Now, if you're LSU, that that game's a little weird because if you're LSU, there's nothing to gain from playing Tulane, and there's everything to lose. But in a world where LSU decided to play at Tulane, it has to be in the dome.
Yes. Come on.
And if you're Tulane and you know that you can fill the dome and get the revenues from that, I don't know how you say in this era, nope, we're not going to do that. We're going to play it on campus, damn it. But I'm not in those worlds, and I don't know what Charlotte's books look like, and I don't know what it costs to rent Bank of America Stadium.
Yeah.
I don't. There's a lot of things. So before I can almost hear someone at Ole Miss going, "You're being an idiot." I'll freely admit I'm being an idiot because I'm speaking from a level of ignorance. I don't know.
Yeah,
but that's a really nice stadium, and
it is.
I'm guessing if you put Ole Miss there, that you would get.
Would you draw?
I don't know what Ole Miss's alumni base
because
is
it's
near that
different than a
area.
bowl game where you have a month and it's during the holidays. Like, are you going to take a ton of people to Charlotte to play the 49ers? Like,
The San Francisco 40. Oh,
yeah.
Charlotte 40.
I guess that's like we have shirts from them back in the day. We remember we had the listener that sent us Charlotte stuff back in the day.
Vaguely.
It was in the unboxings when we did those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I still have it in a drawer somewhere. I just, part of me thinks, I understand why people are frustrated. I also think part of this is a little overblown because I just do not think Ole Miss is taking a ton of people to Charlotte in the middle of September in like week 3. Or it's week 2. I just don't.
No, you're probably right.
It's not a destination spot. I mean, it'll take some.
There's some nice areas of Charlotte.
I mean, I'm not convinced Ole Miss is taking a ton of people to Norman. And that's a conference game nobody's been to.
You don't think Ole Miss will take a lot of people to Oklahoma?
I mean, I think they'll define a lot. They're not taking 10,000.
No. How many did they take to Kentucky? 3, 4?
That's my assumption. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure somebody can tell us. It's also, you got to remember, tickets sold from the school is a small number compared to overall because so many people do secondary market. You can't. Hey, Ole Miss sold this many tickets doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah, we don't have an NFL schedule to know whether.
Nope. I don't even have the 2026 schedule. Someone asked in the mailbag when that will be released. I'm guessing sometime in November.
What are you talking about?
The SEC, the 2026 football schedule.
Oh, yeah.
The SEC schedule. I'm guessing sometime November they'll release it.
Sankey said during SEC Media Days his deadline was December the 5th.
Okay.
Something like that.
So maybe the week of the championship game, something like that.
Yeah, because he was saying, hey, we got time to figure this out on what we're doing. You think there's been a lot of difficulty with the permanent opponents. It's not as cut and dried. Everyone makes it out to be off Dellinger's fake list.
That's what I've heard. I've heard there's just everyone's having a hard time agreeing to everything, and not just because of competitive balance, but just because of there's just rivalry. And TV has a big set. We know this. God, we know this. Because
I'm about to tell you even more about why that is. Yeah.
We sit through this every single week and go, why can't we fix this? And the answer is because the TV people don't want to. What the TV people want is they absolutely have a seat at the table as to who's going to play who on a permanent basis.
Would you still guess it is LSU, Mississippi State, and Arkansas for Ole Miss? Or do you think Arkansas is getting sucked into the Southwest Conference schools?
If you made me guess, and this is not very educated, okay? So if I'm wrong, I get a lot wrong and I'll own a lot. This will be one that I'll be like, well, I told you I probably was wrong. I would guess that Arkansas is not one of Ole Miss's permanent opponents because they go Southwest.
I still think Ole Miss is going to be on the bottom 8. Remember, what they're doing here is they are having a top 8 and a bottom 8. Right, wrong, indifferent is what it is. I'm assuming this can change every 2 years, frankly, because you have to have some ability to shift schools depending on results and different things. But for now, they are trying to create a top 8 and a bottom 8. And if you were in the top 8, you play 2 other permanents from the top and 1 from the bottom. And if you're a bottom 8, you play 2 from the bottom and 1 from the top.
Right.
Oh, that's why people thought a lot about Arkansas, Ole Miss, and LSU. Number one, because Arkansas was one of Ole Miss's baseball opponents. So SEC has already given them in a sport. And then 2, it fits that model. If Ole Miss is a bottom, which I do believe is the case, State and Arkansas would be there as well, and LSU would be a top. So that but that is in such a vacuum, not related to the other schools where they. But see, like, here's the problem. If Auburn is a top, and I don't know, maybe Auburn's probably a bottom in this scenario. But if they're a top, Alabama can't have Auburn and Tennessee as their permanents.
Right.
Because that would violate that situation.
What I was told from someone who would probably know is that they had discovered that there is no perfect fix. That it's literally not possible to do it precisely, that they're going to have to take some liberties. And that's when people get in their feels.
I'm for the pod system. Four pods and figure it out. I'd be completely for the pods.
Yeah, I think so. Then how do you divide the pods? How do you make the pods even? You're back to the same thing.
Oh, I mean, look, here's the truth. I mean, nobody's going to be happy about this system because, again, if you're Arkansas or somebody, if playing whoever, like, say Ole Miss has some common opponent. Ole Miss has won, the third most games in the league since 2021?
Yes, behind Alabama and Georgia.
There's going to be people in the thing and go, hold on a minute, Ole Miss is getting two of those teams? What the hell? Like, there's going to be several teams that look up and go, what the, like, how does that work? I get Alabama and Texas, and they get Arkansas and Mississippi State?
Yeah, and then you have the TV people go, these are the games we want.
Yeah.
These are the games we want. We want
figure
these games.
it out.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm the TV people, I want Alabama, Tennessee every year. I just do.
Well, I got it right here. It's a good time to go to it. This is from Sports Business Journal. Austin Karp wrote it. And I saw ESPN put these numbers out in their own press release earlier today, too. I put them on the message board. You can comment and converse with Ole Miss fans there if you would like. There is a thread on it. 80% of advertisers on ESPN. 80. I know. I saw it.
I know.
I got halfway through it and went, it just is what it is at this point. 80% of advertisers on ESPN are buying into college
Not that
sports.
there's anything wrong with that.
Not
That there's anything wrong with that. There you go.
Yeah, that hand motion is what gets you. No. Yes. There's so many people in the thread that are young and have no idea of the reference to whatsoever.
No clue.
The college space now accounts for 40% of total sports ad revenue, and advertiser demand has soared across ESPN platforms.
Yes.
Again, 80% of advertisers want college sports on ESPN. 40% of total ad revenue is now the college space on ESPN.
It's unbelievable.
Is it arguable that college football has positioned itself as the clear number 2 behind the NFL? Nick Dawson, ESPN's senior vice president for something, says, looking out here, double-digit type clients who come back year after year after year to advertise in the sport, of which ESPN networks have a 70% share in college football. We're about 90% plus sold for the regular season and 85% sold for the CFP already. We've actually had folks come in and try to add money in certain pockets, certain windows. Football is humming for us right now. They've had 34 new advertisers just for football season, up around 15% from last year, with a record-breaking season in terms of revenue for ESPN. They have 5 new categories. Female-targeted brands continue to come with high-reach vehicles in college football. Let's see. I got more stuff here. It says they aren't even targeting specific windows. They understand that in college football, there can be chaos in any window, so just get them anywhere in the day and they'll figure it out. Kind of like Alabama, Florida State is the game that they highlight here when they say this. And then this is a little bit of PR.
Look at what ABC is doing.
They are
putting their 3 most games, their top 3 games in the 3 windows: 11, 2:30, 6:30.
And then this is a little bit of PR, but it's also exactly right. Dawson said one window that ESPN has invested more effort into is now Friday nights, particularly with ESPN beginning a different package of NBA rights later in the fall. With the ACC and Big 12, we felt like there was an opportunity as we start our new NBA deal. We don't have Friday night windows with NBA on ESPN like we did in the past, so we felt like we could be way more consistent there from a college football perspective. It really worked with ACC and Big 12 at the beginning of their scheduling process to embrace that with us, and the matchups reflect as we go through the season here. Anxious to see how that performs. I think he means eager, not anxious, but that's a real opportunity. College football on Friday night is going to draw better than the NBA on ESPN.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
There's not a doubt about that.
No question about it.
So they actually
especially in November and October when the NBA is just getting started on a long season, and the college football season's in conference play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, duh.
It's a no-brainer actually from a programming standpoint. The Big 12 is going to give you some.
The SEC would ever go for that? Ever play a Friday night game? They typically don't
home
like
schools
it.
hate it. Yes,
Yeah.
They don't get the same crowds on campus. It kills tailgating. No, SEC schools hate it. I mean, Ole Miss hasn't played a weekday game at home since 1997, I believe. They played Arkansas on maybe a Thursday night in like 97, 98, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I think that's the last time.
That was a deal for a while. SEC played Thursday night games.
Different world. In every way.
Wasn't Ole Miss, South Carolina a Thursday night game?
In 09.
Yeah.
It was.
I covered a Mississippi State. I want to say Auburn, but maybe it was Mississippi State LSU game on Thursday night in Starkville.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. It wasn't a. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was right. Arkansas, 1997. It's a 19-9 Ole Miss win.
How about that?
I'm confirming. Actually, was it a Friday?
I don't know.
I asked for a calendar for 1997, and it said November the 7th was a Friday.
Which story, Wicked Brew, are you asking for a link to?
Number 6. No, yeah, Thursday night. All right. Okay.
I can. You said the ESPN story? I don't know. I don't have that. Chase might have it somewhere.
What are we looking for?
Wicked Brew is asking for a link to a story.
What story?
I don't know. That's what I just asked.
Okay. This advertiser story?
I'm assuming.
There it is. Yeah, it was a Thursday game.
Yeah, they had a deal for a while where they played Thursday night games all the time.
And then it doesn't make sense.
Mm-mm.
It really doesn't.
Because I want to say Alabama played Kansas or something on a Thursday night.
Really?
I know Auburn played Virginia on a Thursday night.
Oh.
I know that at Jordan-Hare.
Okay. Yeah, there's the link. Couple minutes, and I want to go back to Lane because we still got a lot of stuff there we did not get to. What did you make of Sarkeesian yesterday? We were talking about the Arch Manning question. Somebody got the mic and said, Steve, basically, is Arch looked like he was experiencing some pain during one of his throws, which he was. Can you comment? What do you think? How is he? And Sarkeesian's answer, I could find the quote. I do not have it in front of me. Was essentially, we don't see what you guys look like when you go to the bathroom, was his answer.
Which was an odd.
It made no sense into the context of the question whatsoever. Well, and the worst part of it was then he looked really pleased with himself. Like he'd really gotcha. And he went.
Well, I kept waiting for someone to say, so Steve, and this would have been hard because you would have you create a war, and the people, they love Sarkeesian, they hate the media, so you lose. But you could have said so. I mean, to clarify, are you saying that in that moment that we're referencing, Arch Manning was using the bathroom? That he was urinating or defecating in that moment?
He doesn't have any. I don't know that I've never filmed any of you guys when you're using the restroom, so I don't know what faces you make when you're doing that.
That is such a weird comment.
It's a complete non sequitur to what was asked.
It's shit. It tells. I'll tell you this. My response to it was something's wrong.
Yeah.
He's either playing hurt or something's wrong. They know it. You know, you can see in the video where Arch Manning makes a throw and he clearly is in pain.
Yeah.
It's not a face that you make. You don't fake.
It's not a grimace about where it went. Those are different.
No, it was that hurt. And you can see the ball fade at the receiver's feet. So obviously the pain impacted the throw. It's a question that's worthy of being asked. He could have no commented it. But that was to do the whole deal with.
The little doth protest too much.
Yes, it was very odd. It made me think they're in trouble. That's what it made me think. They have issues.
And that won't shock me at all. It was fascinating. Yeah, I think it was really odd. That's all. Podcast brought to you in part by the Jackson Graber Group with GMFS Mortgage. That's John Graber in Oxford, Todd Jackson in Baton Rouge. Your local trusted mortgage lender right here in Oxford with John. Helps all home buyers with first home, new construction, or a refinance. It's an Oxford High School and Ole Miss alum. You get local in-house processing, underwriting, servicing, construction department. None of sending that off and waiting a response if somebody doesn't know the area or don't know you. It's personal service here, licensed in a lot of states: Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, and Tennessee. Everything from conventional to FHA, VA, USDA, jumbo, construction. You got one-time close options. Buying a home, refinancing, or have mortgage questions. That's gmfsmortgage.com/JGG 662-762-4502.
Are you retiring soon? How long should you wait to take Social Security? What accounts should you pull from first? Are you already retired? Should you consider Roth conversions? These are just some of the questions that can only be answered with a personalized retirement income plan. Andrew Sego Wealth Management, specializes in helping folks just like you come up with their retirement game plan. Whether you meet at his office in Collierville or prefer Zoom from anywhere, schedule a free discovery meeting. See what they can do for you. It's rebelsretire.com. Arnett's Fine Jewelry is a fourth-generation jeweler located in the old Lamons Jewelry Building on North Lamar Avenue in Oxford. They offer expert jewelry repair, diamond engagement rings, wedding bands, stackable diamonds, genuine stone bands, pearls, color stones, diamond jewelry, and much more. Flexible bangles, diamond pendants, earrings, whatever jewelry you're looking for, they've got it at Arnett's. They want to be your jeweler. It's a stripe out game this weekend for Ole Miss against Arkansas. I think it's powder blue and red, I think is what Scott told me. I have to go back and look at that text. Regardless, they've got all the colors that you're looking for, all the polos, tees, quarter zips, hoodies. They've got it all. 4,000 square feet of the best Rebel gear in Oxford. Don't fight the traffic on the square or Jackson Avenue. Instead, come to their new location at the Oxford Commons, right across from the new Chick-fil-A. Plenty of parking. The staff will have you in and out on your way to the Grove, to the stadium in no time. All the brands you're looking for: Nike, Horn Legend, Champion, Antigua, to name a few. You can stop by their other locations as well. Fleet Feet, next to Fleet Feet, the Ridgeland store, and in Flowwood next to the Half Shell. You can always check out collegecornerstore.com. Brought to you by Kaiser Flooring. I've been telling you about this. Kaiser came in last week in our house, ripped the carpet out, put in new flooring. Looks amazing up here. Completely changed the whole upstairs. Great customer service. They were in and out in about a day and a half. Cleaned up everything. Couldn't have been better. Couldn't have communicated better. They'll do the same thing for you. Really quality work. Certified installers. They do a wide range of options, heated, tile, and much more. They have locations in Oxford or Batesville. You can also check them out online, kaiserflooring.com. And when you work with Argent Wealth's 401k advisory services, you gain a valuable advisory team and time-saving resource that will help you develop and maintain a solid strategy for your retirement plan. They're committed to providing you with the personalized attention and involvement that you want and need. Their goal is to help you manage your 401k plan properly and ultimately improve your employees' retirement readiness. It's myargentwealth.com.
Been telling you about Horn Legend, hornlegend.com. Also, in addition to all their great patterns and sports shirts, polos, quarter zips, everything in tons of different styles, they got Grove Collective sports shirts. Right now, they've got them available for pre-order. Takes about 2 weeks to ship. They got several colors available: powder, gingham, navy gingham, red, powder, and check. Portion of those proceeds go back to the Grove Collective. And if you order 3 or more sports shirts, any style, you receive $15 off per unit. That automatically applies at checkout. That's hornlegend.com/The Grove Collective. Also got some final Realtree Galaxy items available on that page prior to the new shipments coming in soon with the new pattern that looks great there from Realtree. But you can stock up on some of the others there. Again, hornlegend.com. And we got more content coming from our interns here soon, including this week. So we appreciate the firm being our sponsor of our internship program. Does your home and auto insurance keep going up? Let the folks at the firm, proud Liberty Mutual and Safeco Insurance Agency partner, take a look. Founded by Ole Miss alum Brian Hayden, it services the entire Southeastern Conference footprint. Let their team of licensed professionals review your insurance needs and put together coverage that protect you and your family without breaking the bank. Schedule a consultation, 662-236-1101, or emailing staff@thefirmsouth.com. That's 662-236-1101, or email staff@thefirmsouth.com. All right, Lane Kiffin. Back to him a little bit. First, again, is he telling the truth about injuries? Is he not? We will find out as the days move on. We also get one of those great injury reports on tomorrow night that could be accurate, could be Pravda. I don't know. We will see. Somewhere in the middle.
I think he was pretty honest with it last week.
He walked in yesterday happy to talk and just telling the truth. Because multiple times on the questions, I went, oh, and then he just answered it.
Yeah.
And he went, because usually it's, I hope he plays, which if you have any understanding, of course, he hopes everyone plays. It doesn't matter if they have a limb missing.
Yeah.
That tells you literally nothing at all. And yet yesterday.
Yeah. You literally saw his leg removed from his body, and we hope he plays.
Yeah, no, it's every time. So instead, he was, let me find it.
He got asked about Luke Haas.
Well, Braxton, he says he was doing well, then he had a setback. So I think that'll be the same for this week. So we'll see how much he can do. It felt like a truthful answer.
Yeah.
That's why his injury report situation changed throughout the week. It's not static. On Luke Haas, Arkansas tight end transfer. I think he'll play this week. He's been working really hard. We'll know more in the next couple of days. It was a very short answer, but it felt like an honest one.
I mean, I wonder if I don't know this. I wonder if last week when people like us were like, well, he plays games with the injury report, so we don't really pay attention to it. I wonder if that bothered him. Surely not. No way. Or maybe he went, you know what? They're right. I did play games with it. I'm not going to play games with it now, to be honest. I don't know. Beats me.
It's a more kind, mature Lane Kiffin as he enters year 6. And says,
well, some people got super defensive about the whole, what do you mean he plays games with it? I'm like, well, he played games with it. He'd list 30-something people as questionable. I mean, that's clearly a game. I mean, technically, we're all questionable for Saturday.
On Wednesday, when the guy is out, and on Thursday, he's off the report, it's like, okay, like, what are we doing?
I mean, we're all day to day.
We are.
I mean, so he could list the whole roster as well. It's questionable on Wednesday whether they'll be there on Saturday. And it's more than fair.
Probable would be correct. We expect.
Well, we're closer to Saturday, so it looks better at our chances, yes.
I laughed a lot at his question. He was asked, does it have any impact on Saturday that you have transferred from Arkansas? And he said, no, I don't think so. Georgia State had 2 or 3 of our players. I thought that was really good. I was happy with that.
Well, I mean, there's so much movement now that you would be able to, that line of motivation you'd run out of it pretty quick. Look, I think at Arkansas this week, it's probably something that if you're Sam Pittman that you talk about. Yeah, you had some teammates who were here with you last year and they didn't believe in you and they left.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, there is motivation there now. That's different.
Pittman was asked about Patrick Kudus again yesterday.
Was he?
Last week, last year, I credit Pittman here. I do. He told the truth, which was Kudus. They got cleared to return, and Pittman told him he wanted him to play, and Kudus said he didn't feel like he was 100%. And Pittman was like, all right, look, I'll do this, but what I don't want you to do is you get well with us, and then you get in the portal in December and you leave. And Kudus reportedly told him, no, I'm not doing that. And then that's exactly what he did, and Pittman was irritated, understandably. He was asked about it yesterday, and he was like, look, people change their minds. I've changed my mind before. And said he's doing a good job there. He's playing left guard or whatever. And
yeah, it's fine.
I mean, it was fine. I mean, if that is your source of motivation, that's your only source of motivation, you're in trouble, because that's gonna run out pretty quick.
We mentioned we appreciated Lane's comment to the Pittsburgh thing yesterday after we had published that about an hour, 2 hours before the press conference. His quote on that is, I was told that was going to happen. I didn't know that was finalized, but that would be a great matchup. It's a very storied team, and they've done a really good job.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
He's like, has that report been verified? Because he was like, I don't want to be the one to verify it.
Yeah.
And then someone was like, so it's not right?
he's like,
well, and I'm not going to do that because I'm sitting right there. Yeah. I mean, I'm right here.
Yeah, he looked over at Kyle and was like, hey, or whoever. Yeah. And he was like, hey.
And he knew I was in the room.
Yeah.
And so, I mean.
Yeah, I'm not going to get a call from Keith going, hey, we hadn't signed the contract. What are you doing? And then I'm also not going to lie. So we're just sort of stuck in the middle here.
Yeah. And then he kind of laughed. It was good. And he's like, oh, well, that would be a good game. Which, for anybody who didn't get it at that point, it's like, you guys, man, bless you. He answered your question. He answered your question. That would be a good game.
So, two other things from the report. You think, I mean, it's a guess, but this podcast, do you think defenses are going to start bracketing Trey Wallace now and opening Caden up more?
God, I don't know.
Because the truth is, Caden has been covered. They've missed him a couple times. Lane mentioned that. Siski talked about it during the end game on Saturday. And while he is very good, he's not going to have 10 catches if he's being bracketed all day. He's just not that type of guy. Mm-mm. But Wallace has really stepped up. He's been dynamic through 2 games.
Yeah.
So just something to watch. I don't know. That's where that is. And then you had nothing to add, but I actually thought, and maybe just because it was whatever, I thought Lane's answer about the documentary was pretty interesting yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I just meant there was nothing more I could add to it.
He was asked about the upcoming, and now are we using the wrong phrase? It's an E60 interview special, but documentary sounds too big, right? Are we off on this?
I don't know.
I feel like when we say documentary, we're expecting this 3-hour extravaganza, and I don't think that's
Is it just an hour? Is that what it is?
I don't know, but he has mentioned multiple times it's an E60. Those are typically not huge, complete think pieces.
Okay.
Again, I don't know. I have not really focused on it that hard. We are still 15 days away right now. It's September the 24th. Yes.
Yes, 2 weeks from today.
It's the Wednesday before.
2 weeks from tomorrow.
It's the Wednesday before LSU.
Correct.
So he said that was not my idea. They approached me. And I didn't realize there was so much involved in it. But it was strange seeing the trailer because it was kind of like your life. And you're now so far removed from a lot of it over the years and different jobs and stuff. It was kind of interesting to see. It makes it all real. And we listened to those podcasts with him back in the summer. And whatever you want to make of it either way, I do think in some ways he probably does see a lot of that as like this past life thing. Because there have been a ton of changes and a ton of adjustments and a ton of things that, I mean, he is different than he was when he left Tennessee in 2009 or 10 or whenever the hell that was.
Sure.
I do wonder, you kind of look back and go, God, like I'm commenting on something that feels 8 worlds ago compared to where I am and who I am and everything else.
Yeah,
there's
everything that's happened in his life since then.
Yeah.
And has to feel like a totally different person.
And something that he has felt like has been overblown anyway. Because, I mean, he will tell you, I made, in my mind, I made one bad decision for a dream job. Everything else was kind of just standard practice. I mean, nothing else about his moves. Now, look, has Lane in the past had some wanderlust? Yeah, 100%. Anybody around him that really knows him will tell you that. However, you look at his trajectory, and the Tennessee to SC thing is the only one that is odd.
And it made sense at the time. He didn't know that the NCAA thing was going to be what it was. And that really hamstrung him. And I think he looked back at the Tennessee job, which, whether people like what I'm about to say or not, Tennessee's job's a great job. It's a great job. It's in the middle of the SEC. Fans are passionate. Tradition, money, the whole deal.
Yeah, sure.
It's a great job.
Yeah.
And he probably, had he stayed there, was going to build that thing into a power. And then that didn't work out. He gets fired on the tarmac. His life gets a little chaotic. And then we know the rest of it. Saban hires him.
I mean, Alabama, FAU, Ole Miss is a pretty traditional reset.
Yeah.
That's not odd.
Yeah.
Got a job he wasn't prepared for with the Raiders when he got it. Was too young.
Well, and
he got killed by
the draft because I don't think that was what he wanted to do.
He wanted Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
Took Jamarcus Russell.
It's actually the part of Lane Kiffin's career that I'd love to talk to him about. The Raiders.
It kind of gets brushed over, doesn't it? Because he's seen as this college guy. Yeah.
And Davis hated him. We didn't hire who we thought we hired.
Yeah.
Well, you also made him draft a bad quarterback.
Mm-hmm. One of the biggest busts of all time.
And Jamarcus is one of those guys, and I know him. I knew the people. God rest his soul. Ray, his uncle. All the physical talent in the world now. Oh boy.
Who could sling it?
I mean, intoxicating physical talent. And you know what's interesting is Jamarcus is a good guy. He's got bad advice. Was a little bit of a follower more than he was a leader. Was the wrong place. Wasn't ready. Needed more time.
Mm-hmm.
Just, it's one of those sports what ifs. What if they'd taken Calvin Johnson instead and gotten him a veteran quarterback who knew how to run the offense?
Who knows?
Might have been hell on wheels. You just
never know.
Maybe that's the part of it, is it's the whole, when people do the introspection thing on their lives, anybody's life, and there's always forks in the road where sometimes you took the wrong fork, and it wasn't because you were stupid. It just didn't work out. Everything doesn't work out.
Kyle, thanks for Super Chat. Says y'all consider posting old podcasts as a flashback and comment on them. Here's our problem is I can't access some of them, which has been frustrating because I actually wish I could get to some of the older podcasts, and we just don't have that ability. We've changed providers over the years.
Well, we would have had to take all the raw files and save them,
and
someplace.
That makes no sense.
I don't know where I would do that.
Well, I mean, we would have terabytes worth of memory for really no reason other than just going back at some point. But there are some that we have had that, it's not the worst idea too. You're also asking about what scented candles these are. I don't know. Maybe Neal knows.
One says Wrigley Field. I don't really know what that means. And then the
brand is Homesick.
Yeah. This one's like something pine. I don't know. Lemon pine or something. I don't know. I light them because I got tired of lighting matches. So whenever we talk about,
I'm having a hard time picking up a scent on this.
If it smells like a urinal trough, that'll smell like parts
Wrigley
of Wrigley.
Field.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of vanilla, maybe a little bit of kind of woodsy, whatever you want to put to it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe pine is the. Yeah, that was the V Sporto days. SPD and MS3 had a syndication deal with them for a while there.
My bartender in Lexington has signed up for Rebels 24/7.
How did that happen?
He says, I made an account and joined up simply to say it was a pleasure to take care of y'all. Also wanted to express my appreciation for the shout out in the article.
Really?
Whenever you get back in Lexington, your next drink is on me, Shannon.
Well, look at
How about that? See, I get a reputation for being a terrible guy.
No, you've become a damn social butterfly since Carson left the house. It's the damnedest thing ever.
I'm a nice guy.
Suddenly, I mean, out and about around town. I told you he's running for alderman. I mean, I don't know. It's
There's no public office in my future. No, sir. No. No.
You don't even want to run for dog catcher, do you?
I do not.
You're on your HOA.
I am that, but that was not elected. And
you chose to be on the HOA.
They asked me to do it, and I said I'd do it.
See, I don't want to do it.
I have subsequently volunteered to leave on numerous occasions. The list of people that waiting to fill spots on the HOA is very small. If you're out there and you want my spot, you can have it.
Now.
Today. I will announce my resignation and say that, hey, so-and-so has volunteered to replace me on the HOA.
I don't want to be on the HOA. That's one that I have no interest in.
Well, really,
nothing good can come of that.
Really, it needs to be staffed by nothing but lawyers.
Oh, there's some truth there.
Yeah, the people that I listen to are like, I hate to dox people, but like my friend Luke Benedict, he's an attorney.
I know Luke.
Yeah, Luke's on the HOA. Yeah, he's an Amory boy.
Yeah, I know Luke.
He can take things and go, well, legally this is blah, blah, blah. I can't do that. I can just be sort of a common sense person on it.
And those are two different frames of thought.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I probably frustrate people in the HOA sometimes because the meeting will be lasting too long and we're starting to talk about things that we have no power over, and I'll say that.
Yeah.
We have no ability to control any of this. What are we doing? Why are we here?
No, I have no interest. I'm out. That's not one of them. I do like boards, but that's not one board I'm a fan of. All right, take a final break. Tell you about Chicory Market and Johnston Hill Creamery. Those two websites, chicorymarket.com, johnstonhillcreamery.com. Reminder here, Johnston Hill Creamery, get your tailgating catering taken care of. They feed 20, 40, 60. They've got great different offerings. I love the charcuterie trays. Those are awesome for tailgate options. They can run all the way into next week for the Tulane game. Still can probably get in for the Arkansas game this week. I know you can. So still book for Arkansas with Chicory Market, again, located on North Lamar in the Midtown Shopping Center. Friday Supper Club for Arkansas sold out. There are availabilities for the Tulane game. And then moving forward, everything but Florida. Florida is also sold out. And then their deadline for their catering options, Friday at noon. So get it for Tulane. Sorry. Get it in this week, Friday before noon for Tulane. Anything you could ask for, they got menus up, chicorymarket.com. After that, they got some grab and go stuff that will be available, but do not rely on that. Go ahead. Again, you can fill out all this stuff at chicorymarket.com.
We're also brought to you by John Edwards, Regency Travel Incorporated in Memphis. Yep. John's part of Virtuoso, while worldwide network of travel partners lets him supply his clients with added values, unique benefits simply not available to other travelers. Just give him some parameters, give him a budget. He's going to give you options you probably won't find on your own. 901-494-3387 or jedwards@regencytravel.net. Get the beautiful, healthy smile you deserve at Corinth Dental. Dr. Bubba McQueen, Dr. Jenny Beth Hendrick are devoted to restoring and enhancing the natural beauty of your smile using conservative, state-of-the-art procedures that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. From routine checkups to advanced treatment, including implants and Invisalign, Corinth Dental is here to help you achieve your smile goals. Schedule your appointment today. Take the first step toward a better version of yourself at corinthdental.com. Speaking of bars, there was a really, really good APA from Lexington. It's like Old Country or something. It was great. If you're looking for great beer here, look for Parish Brewing Company. It's located right in the middle of Cajun country in Broussard, Louisiana. They have a simple goal to make awesome craft brewed beer. I'll just go ahead and tell you they do it, but don't take my word for it. Nope. Try it yourself. Get ready. You head into the Grove on Saturday. Got a big game, 6:00 game. Got all day to kind of enjoy yourself in the heat. You're going to need something to cool off. The Grove's going to be kind of warm. I would recommend some ice cold Parish Brewing Company products. Put those in your cooler. You will be glad you did. Wherever you look for beer, look for Parish Brewing Company. I have a mailbag to you tomorrow on Rebels 24/7. It's presented by Art Hayes, Sotheby's International Realty. Are you thinking of making a move? Put the power of Sotheby's to work for you as a licensed agent with Sotheby's and a supporter of all things Ole Miss. Art can help you buy or sell in your hometown or anywhere in the world at no charge to you. Seriously. So call and ask Art how. 612-805-5929 or email Art at arthur.hayes@lakesmn.com. And don't forget, if you're looking for your new favorite Ole Miss hat, Chase is wearing one right now. Look no further. Hovey hats are high quality headwear that will have your friends asking where you got them. Let's see. If you want the blue version, what Chase has on right there.
Yep.
Go to Hovey Dry Goods, HOVIDRY goods, plural.com. Grab your new favorite hat at HoveyDryGoods.com. Made for Rebs by Rebs.
Podcasts also brought to you by New Albany Pharmacy and Solutions. That's newalbanypharmacy.com, 140 Fairfield Drive in New Albany. Contact them, 662-539-7777. They're a family-owned pharmacy, Michael and Lauren Warren, with excellent service, a wide range of gifts for all ages, as well as home decor, jewelry, and plenty more. Tell them you heard about them from MPW Digital. Get 15% off any non-medical purchase. Again, website, newalbanypharmacy.com. Go in, check them out, and let them take care of you. Great people there. Again, newalbanypharmacy.com. I was talking about something. Doors, what do you mean? He says, how many years has it been? Just our network in general? 2010, I think.
I think so.
I think it's right. 2010 or 2011. Because we did it for a while before we had sponsors, and Ben came in late 2013, I believe. I think that's what we're saying.
12 or 13? 12.
Yeah. Was it late 12?
12.
Okay. Late 12. Before that, we had pro bull riding. We had mail order air filters.
Oh, yeah.
We did. Had some stuff like that early on. Yeah. First podcast was your trivia for you. I've mentioned this before. First podcast would have been sometime in 2010, and the guest was Eric Edholm. Was the very first podcast guest on MPW Digital. So,
how about that?
We talked NFL draft, probably some
so.
NFL stuff. Yeah,
Eric still going?
I haven't seen him as much on Twitter.
I actually met him for a beer once in Chicago.
Did you?
Yeah,
good guy.
Super guy.
I like Eric a lot.
NFL media is super cool. Major League Baseball media is just a bunch of.
What are you saying?
Nothing.
He's working for NFL.com.
Oh, good for him.
Yes. The first story that pops up is NFL Power Rankings Week 2.
Oh, there you go.
So he is on NFL.com. Eric Edholm. We weren't pushing the blue pill. We were pushing the sildenafil generic option that still today you can get at G&M Pharmacy if you would like. Give them a call. They can, I think it's called a 15-minute quickie. They can hook you up and help you there with G&M. So, yeah, they can fill all your sildenafil needs. What?
Nothing. I just thought of a joke.
Oh, go ahead. Bob loved that ad. No, he was all in.
Oh.
So it's fine.
I don't know in what world 15 minutes is a quickie, but hey, good for you.
Resetting the bar a little bit here for everybody, right?
Good for you guys. That's all.
Yeah. No, Leif, the Harlan Coben thing, and probably don't do it enough, was evidence of just ask and who cares if somebody says no. People don't do that enough in life, period. Because, it was during the pandemic. Nobody was doing anything. And thought, yeah, if I've got nothing going on, he might not have anything going on. And he was great. He just said yes all the time. Yeah. Ed was every Thursday for a long time.
Oh, yeah, for a long time.
Mm-hmm. We had him once a week, Brant once a week, and somebody else once a week. I apologize for whoever I'm forgetting right now.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Damn, that was a lineup.
Yeah. It was Brant and Ed and somebody else. We did them on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And I don't recall. I think that's when Jeffrey was with us still.
I think so.
God help us all.
I'm just saying.
Early in the thread, I saw it. By the way, yes, the fox painting will be dear to my heart as we move forward. I'm not going to give the context right now, but yeah, that's for our OGs.
That was great.
I appreciate you guys.
That was great. Did we ever send the painting?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because they were trying to find something that made sense, and it was, hey, they can hang this over their marital bed. From your friends at MPW Digital.
Oh, God, that was all. Oh.
Hillary got something in the mail and went, what the hell is this?
Oh.
Whew, okay. Sorry. It's all good. See, State got fined $500,000 for their field rushing. Worth every penny. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah,
I got no issues. What? You annoyed by the fine?
I guess not. I'm.
Well, they didn't wait the 8 seconds, or 3 minutes, or 2 minutes, or whatever you're doing.
I guess it's fine. Whatever. I don't know how you're supposed to control that many people. What are you supposed to do? Todd, if you go into College Corner, tell them that you heard about it on the podcast. Go from there.
Yeah. Landry's on 105.9 twice a week.
I didn't know that.
Really?
Good for him.
Okay. You guys hadn't talked much?
No, we've not talked. No.
Not at all?
No.
No text?
I was quitting before that.
Yeah, I remember. I know.
But no, we've not.
Jason, yeah, we're gonna have some Horn Legend stuff. We gotta get that out. We've kind of got like a little bit of introductory period to make sure of our sizes first and everything. That was kind of the goal there, was to make sure we're not putting logos on things that don't fit. So with it being a transition time from warm weather to cooler weather, we wanted to make sure, because we like their stuff, we want it to work. We want it to be all kind of figured out before we got to that point. But yeah, there will be some stuff. Oh, okay. Anyway,
It's great stuff.
I do. I mean, you guys are making me reminisce a little bit with some shows. We had the call-in show that night where nobody realized he was telling the truth. A pretty prominent, let's say, recruiting booster called into the show that time, was telling true stories, and nobody realized it. One of our buddies.
Oh,
You don't remember that?
no.
Okay. I'll tell you off air who
Okay.
it was. But yeah, that was funny because they were like, hold on a minute. And I'm like, no, that was legitimate there. That was real. Ole Miss Cub called in that day that a gunfire had happened next to his apartment.
Oh, yeah. Remember that?
Called right after to tell us
I remember
a
that.
gunshot had hit the wall outside his door. Because I had another media member a few weeks ago. We were just having a conversation. He goes, I don't understand how you do it. Like, literally was just baffled by this working to the point that it was. I mean, we had cheetah stories. That is the point.
But
though.
that's
point.
why it works.
Yes. It's not serious, guys. It's sports. It's
That's-
life.
that's
It's
why it
whatever.
works.
Yes.
Well, I mean, like, some of our best shows, because I'm almost kind of hesitant to sometimes give, it's not even a secret, so I shouldn't worry about it. Some of the best shows end up coming on games where Ole Miss lost. Because everybody's pissed off and stuff, but a couple hours later, you do realize that life goes on and you continue on.
We probably should do another challenge with all of us. We've done the field goals. We've done the soccer penalty kicks. I mean, we could make it simple. We could do a free throw contest.
Be something like that where you can't blow an Achilles.
You know, play pickleball. Have a pickleball tournament.
Nope.
No, you're out.
All the reminder I need to be careful with that
Is the athletics director
is
walking around?
watching Keith Carter. He was sitting behind me.
He's still in a boot.
He was sitting behind me in Lexington for the press conference, and he's a former college athlete.
Yeah.
Like, we went into this, Laura wanted to go into this antique store in Lexington, and so we did. And we're looking around, and there was this picture of Rupp looking kind of like it was in the old days, and you could tell it was. I was like, the other team was red uniforms, and I was like, who's that? And I looked at the scoreboard in the picture, and it was Ole Miss. Okay. And I looked down, and it looked like you couldn't really tell, right? But I think it was Keith Carter was one of the people on the floor playing against Kentucky in that game, and I was like, is this picture like late '90s? And he was like, yeah, it's from back when Rupp was awesome, whatever. It was great. Rupp was awesome. I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway, Keith played professional basketball.
He did.
Okay? I mean, he's probably a better athlete than I am. I feel safe in saying that. And he snapped his Achilles
playing pickleball.
So, no, I'm not going to go play pickleball. I mean, no.
We can do a free throw contest. We can do a 3-point shooting contest around the perimeter.
Yep. That would be hilarious.
We know a guy. We could set that up.
I can get that.
We can get that done. We should do that.
We should do that.
We can do that. I think that's doable. That feels like the easiest because people have given other options to us. I can't return a serve in tennis from a Ole Miss tennis player. It's impossible. I do not want to, even though I know he's not going to hit me, I don't want to step in and see 98 across the plate. I don't. Because I can't touch it. So
no. So you already know the answer to that.
Yeah, no. I mean, I can go make a fool of myself, but I'll admit it, I am scared. So
yeah,
no.
Well, and if it did accidentally get away, because he would be pitching to you and I can't hit him.
Yeah, he would be nervous about not hitting me.
And then if it just, I don't want to get hit by a baseball. I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah. So I think basketball makes the most sense in a lot of ways. We can set those up. I think free throw or NBA or 3-point shooting contest where we put the balls out. They make sense. That's good.
The only way I could hit a curveball is if I knew a curveball was coming,
and you give me a few of them,
and
I'll hit one.
They hung it. That way, I'm not looking.
I mean, if you
fastball.
consistently throw curveballs to me, I can eventually make contact with one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I feel fairly certain about that. But now I might need a few. I mean, it'll take a second.
Ain't no doubt. I haven't seen live pitching in what, 30 years? Come on.
Yeah, I never hit anyway. So this would be a different deal. Yeah, no, we're good. We can make one of those happen. We can do basketball. So we'll work on that. Appreciate you guys. Normal show tomorrow. Hand raise guys tomorrow afternoon though.
Yes.
And remember Wednesday, not Thursday for that. Well, yeah, sure. We can do putt-putt. Neal's awesome at that, apparently. So
I love putt-putt.
We can see how the putt-putt goes. Appreciate you. Hand raise guys tomorrow. Normal show in the morning. MPW Digital. Rebels 24/7. In the meantime, come join the community. We would appreciate that. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow.